In every corner of the world, there are places that will make even the most seasoned travelers go ooh and ah. They might be natural landmarks or man-made gardens, individual buildings, or even entire towns. One thing that often unites these breathtaking destinations? Bold, intense colour. So much of the stuff you'll go away feeling like you visited some wacky sci-fi movie set or even another planet entirely. In the absence of IRL travel, we've all had to resort to other activities to feed our wanderlust over the past year or so. For many of us, this has involved unprecedented amounts of scrolling and gazing longingly at the kinds of eye-popping Technicolor destinations that would stop us in our tracks if we were there in the flesh. Inevitably, the thrill of laying eyes on such bright, beautiful places isn't as overwhelming in the virtual realm. But let's be honest, it's as close as most of us are going to get right now to roaming far and wide. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the top 25 most beautiful, colourful places in the world. Wait till you see the number 3 that we're going to be showing in this video. Something you would never even thought of, so make sure you watch till the end. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel Trip Xtreme for more awesome top 10s, and make sure to hit the notification bell so that you know when we publish a new video. So let's cut to the brilliantly colourful chase. 25. Rainbow Village, Taichung City. The district of Nantun in the Taiwanese city of Taichung is probably best known as the home of so-called Rainbow Grandpa, Huang Yongfu, who spent years splashing the walls of his neighbourhood with brilliant psychedelic colour. It only takes a few minutes to walk around, but you'll go away feeling like you've just had the most vivid of dreams. At 24. Miracle Garden, Dubai. There are more than 150 million flowers in Dubai's Miracle Garden. Yep, that's right, 150 million. They come in every colour and arranged in themed areas ranging from the world-famous Heart's Passage to a Disney section featuring an 18-metre floral structure of Mickey Mouse. At 23. God's Own Junkyard, London. The Museum of Neon Art showcases late artist Chris Bracey's personal collection of work in a salvage yard in northeast London. You can expect to clock everything from his signage for 60s sex clubs to his movie industry pieces, including ones that were used in Captain America and Eyes Wide Shut. At 22. Xochimilco, Mexico City. It's difficult to know where to look when you hit the canals of Mexico City's amphibious Xochimilco district. There's simply so much going on everywhere. From the Chinampas floating gardens to the trajineras, tourist boats, this place is the embodiment of the phrase riot of colour. 21. Uluru, Australia. The way the light shimmers on the surface of Australia's Uluru, it looks almost as if it's about to transmute into some other entity entirely. You can see why the local First Nations folk view this massive sandstone monolith as spiritual. Number 20. Dali Theatre Museum, Figueres. I want my museum to be a single block, a labyrinth, a great surrealist object, Salvador Dali once said. Not bad impression, was it? Wish granted. This theatre and museum in his hometown of Figueres in Spain is a huge pink castle. Yes, pink castle, topped with a series of giant eggs. Yeah, right. Why not, eh? At 19, Palácio de Pena, Sintra. Rearing its spectacular head amid the lush foliage of the Parc de Pena, this former royal palace was a pioneering work of architectural romanticism. Painted in dreamy Portuguese yellows and blues, it's the one true can't-miss attraction in Sintra, a classic day trip destination just outside of Lisbon. At 18, Sham Shui Po Government School, Hong Kong. You must get a lot of street cred for being a pupil here. At Hong Kong's Sham Shui Po Government School, the outer walls of each floor are painted a different colour, creating a beautiful rainbow facade. A footbridge over the road adds some height and depth for the perfect photo. But it's just a school, right? At 17, Rainbow Mountain, Peru. It's a bit of a trek to make it out to this Andean mountain. We're talking a 2-hour drive and a 5-kilometre hike from the city of Cusco. But boy, is it worth the slog. A very particular mineralogical composition gives Peru's so-called Rainbow Mountain that distinctive striped look. 16. It's Tarot Garden, Italy. Based on the esoteric tarot and created by French-American artist Niki de Saint-Phal, this surrealist sculpture park in Tuscany is so stupendously weird even Dali or Magritte or Carrington couldn't have made it up. Visitors can take guided tours and even walk through some of the larger sculptures. Nice. At 15, Madeira Botanical Garden, Funchal. Perched above Madeira's capital city, Funchal, this 80,000 square metre park is filled with a sumptuous variety of plants in vivid red, yellows and purples. Want to get a bird's eye view of the garden itself? Hop on the cable car up to nearby Monte. At 14, Marktal, Rotterdam. The horseshoe-shaped Marktal is one of Rotterdam's finest works of architecture, and it does have many. Perhaps most impressive is the 11,000 square metre mural which looms over the market's 100 food stands. It's even earned the structure the nickname the Sistine Chapel of Rotterdam. At 13, Gamcheon Culture Village, Busan. Known as the Machu Picchu of Busan, Gamcheon is a maze of streets, steep stairways, public sculptures, street art and houses painted in ludicrously bright colours. Grab a seat at one of the street-side cafes and take in the epic views over the rest of South Korea's second city. So that's where it is. At number 12, Haw Par Villa, Singapore. At once terrifying and impressive in scale, this outdoor theme park in Singapore holds more than 1,000 statues and 150 dioramas painted in shades ranging from subdued to incredibly gaudy. The funniest way to learn about Chinese mythology around. At number 11, the Sapphire Coast, Australia. Around 500 kilometres from Sydney, this mesmerising part of the world attracts hordes of day trippers who can't help but fall in love with its deep crimson cliffs, dramatic waves and vibrant shifting landscapes. And now at number 10, Quinta de los Molinos Park, Madrid. This little-known park in Madrid's El Salvador neighbourhood is home to a wonderful array of olive, pine and eucalyptus trees, as well as various fountains and a lake. But the real stars of the show are the white and pink flowers on the almond trees, which give off a heady scent each spring. At 9, Le Jardin Majorelle, Marrakech. Created by the French painter Jacques Majorelle, this botanical garden in Marrakech has a majestic indigo Art Deco house as its centrepiece. Thanks to the blazing Moroccan sun, innumerable outsized cacti, and all that brilliant blue, a walk through these gardens feels like a particularly surreal daydream. At number 8, Cinque Terre, Italy. The 5 villages that make up this popular Italian holiday spot are the stuff of picture postcard dreams. The best views of the teetering, lushly coloured homes are to be had from the deep blue waters, so rent a boat, sail out and look up in awe. Don't swim. At number 7, Casa Vicens, Barcelona. Catalonia's most famous architect, Antoni Gaudí, was just out of university when he took on his first big job, a summer home for Manel Vicens, a local stockbroker. The intricate, tessellating exterior, a mishmash of reds, whites and blues, was inspired by Moorish architecture and the marigolds that once bloomed on the same plot. Next up at number 6, Doi Inthanon, Chiang Mai. Thailand's highest mountain, just outside second city Chiang Mai, is not only a brilliant vantage point from which to survey the surrounding valleys, it's also an eye-catching attraction itself. 2 temples, manicured gardens, and if you time your trip right, cherry blossom all make this a super radiant and super serene place to explore. At 5, Burano, Venice. Murano may boast some pretty kaleidoscopic glassware, but fellow Venetian island Burano, yes, confusingly they do rhyme, I didn't make a mistake, one's up with its quaint canal houses painted in intensely bold colours. At 4, Fuji 5 Lakes, Japan. At the peak of autumn, the lakes at the northern base of Mount Fuji are a riot of yellows, oranges and reds. Peek through the maple and cherry tree leaves and you'll spy the white mountaintop glistening ever bright beyond. And now the top 3. La Boca, Buenos Aires. The Argentinian capital's La Boca barrio has become a huge tourist magnet in recent years. That's partly thanks to the industrious, world-famous tango artists that ply the Caminito High Street, and partly because its many colourful houses and shopfronts are a guaranteed insta-smash. At number 2, Great Barrier Reef, Australia. Some 600 varieties of brightly coloured coral make Australia's Great Barrier Reef one of the most otherworldly places on Earth, and also one of the most vibrant. There are some pretty dazzling fish around these parts too. Let's hope increasing levels of coral bleaching can be reversed by action on the climate crisis. And finally, at number 1, Little India, Singapore. Houses painted every hue imaginable, elephants jazzier than even Elmer, market stalls brimming with rainbow-hued spices, clothes and bags. Could Singapore's Little India enclave be any more vividly colourful? And there you have the top 25 most colourful places in the world. You can take your sunglasses off now. Did you like what you saw? Let us know in the comments down below. Share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel Trip Xtreme for more fantastic top 10 and top 25 lists. See you next time.